What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak back with more Motorsport Manager. NoSlack Racing is doing absolutely awesome here in Season 3. If we go over to the standings page, you'll see that Laura and Falco are 4th and 6th overall in the driver standings, which is absolutely awesome. They are 2 in team standings. The only team ahead of them is Silva. As we can see here, Silva Racing is currently 1st and 8th. And I was doing a little bit of research here, a little bit of scouting on these guys. Aloe here, we don't know how good she is of a driver, really. But look at her race mechanic. They've been together 18 weeks, and she's got a pretty solid race mechanic. And then if we go to, where is it? Cavalcanti. Look at that. Barbosa. 4.5-star race mechanic. That's absolutely crazy. And she's only 22 years old. So she's going to be a threat for quite some time. I don't know how long her contract is and all that. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and just scout her. But I'm sure her contract is pretty crazy. Anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and continue. Let's do a little bit of simulation. We're going to have some scouting done here soon, and then our brakes that we're designing are going to be finished. And then, like I said, that might be the last part that we do for quite some time, just because we are running low on funds. Okay, so here we go. We got some mail saying that we have some sort of an engine cooling system issue. Bit of a disaster. We found a leak in Laura Ingledew's engine cooling system. The part's reliability will be out of the window. That's a weird term. If we can't fix it, what should we do? Well, we can fix it for 500,000, or we can lose the reliability, -50, which is something that we absolutely cannot do 17 days before the race. So we're going to have to spend the 500,000 to fix it. That sucks. That really does suck. Let's go ahead and continue. The brakes are going to be done now. Let's go ahead and put a lot of attention towards these brakes. Now, engine over here, 37%. That is the brand new one that we just got done designing a few weeks ago. We're also working on the brakes over here. And then clearly we're going to want to work on the new brakes as well. That being said, I think it might be time to kind of remove some of these things over here. Yeah, especially the engines, right? I mean, we've got 2 brand new engines. Let's just remove all that stuff. We've got the 2 brand new engines. We want to work on the performance on those 2 bad boys, because those are going to be absolutely awesome. And then I'm thinking we have a good brake part here. Let's go ahead and work on that. And then do we have good anything else? No, but we do have these average brakes. Let's go ahead and work on the performance for those. Like I said, we're probably not going to be working on any more parts, which I'm probably lying. I'm thinking maybe towards the middle or the end of the season we'll work on a few more, just depending on how the sponsorships come. But for now, I think this is all we really want to focus on. Now let's check out the reliability. These brand new brakes definitely have to get worked on, right? 40% is just not going to cut it. We're also working on these brakes, and that's fine because it's only at 54%. Then we're clearly going to be working on this engine because it's at 37%. Let's see, if we dedicate all of our points to it, it'll be 20 days after the race to where they're all at 100. I'd like for that to be a little sooner, but not much we can do about that. Let's just go ahead and continue simulating, and then we'll kind of check on that here in a second. Okay, so we have some sort of an interview here. Interview about potential Beijing GP being added to the calendar. Sure, I'll accept the interview. Next week's GMA vote meeting is all about Beijing. Can you tell us your thinking ahead of the vote? Well, I'm not really sure what we're discussing, what the vote is going to be. Are they just going to remove Beijing? Are they going to add Beijing? Are they going to change the track at Beijing? I don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm yet to decide which way to vote. It's definitely tricky to see exactly who is going to benefit from this rule change. Exactly. I'd rather wait to see which direction the other teams are leaning. Well, if I don't see any clear arguments either way, then I may abstain. And indeed, it makes you wonder, okay, so, I'm going to abstain if I don't, if I don't see that one way or the other is going to favor us, then I'll probably just abstain. Let's go ahead and continue on. And that vote's coming up here very shortly. So let's see exactly what the hell these guys are talking about. Yep, they're going to meet up for the first time this season, yada, yada, yada. Here we go. New vote started. Let's go check it out. A new race in Beijing will be added to the calendar next season. It's hard to predict what impact the rules change will have on the sport. Check the track. Oh, addition of Beijing track B. Check track changes. So let's see, a new race in Beijing will be added to the calendar next. Oh, so it will be 11. So they're trying to add in a 11th race. This looks interesting. I like the straightaway here, like a nice little straightaway here. Not too hard corner, a long straightaway there. Another like pretty decent little straightaway here. I kind of like this track, but you know what? I'm not sure if we want to add in an 11th race. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to abstain, and we'll see how the rest of the people vote. Two to 1 so far against. A couple of people abstaining, 3-1. Another person abstained. Carmen is for it, so that makes it 3-2. Looks like we're tied, 3-3, and then Rahul also agreed. So 3 against, 3 abstained, and then 4 votes for, meaning it is approved. Looks like we're going to have 11 races next season. That's going to be quite interesting. We'll see how that plays into it, because we're actually losing money every single race. So that's going to be iffy. Let's see here. We're never going to be able to have faster, efficient gear changes without the telemetry center. Yeah, well, we're already working on the freaking the forecasting center. We don't have the money to work on 2 things right now. So sorry, the forecasting center is just a little more important for us right now. So you know what? Keep your opinion to yourself, and I'll do what's best for the team. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and simulate. We're almost here. We're 3 days away from the Milan Grand Prix. Real quick, let's check out the car. Let's check out the parts improvement. So we're at 70% on the brakes over here. I think it might be time. Let's take those out, and then we'll use these 3 days to focus more on these parts over here. Yep, definitely what we want to do there. Financial management. Uh-oh. This is the second one, isn't it? I spotted a number of transactions coming out of the account which I find concerning. If this spending pattern continues, you're likely to be very low on cash by the end of the season. Well, no kidding. Of course we're going to be low on cash. You don't give us all that much. Got it. Whatever. I don't care. Let's go. Milan, here we come. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. 13th or above? No. 4th or above? Hell yeah. Let's go for 4th or above again. And then we're going to do this part fitting real quick. Okay, let's see. We're going to have to assign this new engine to someone, right? Or no, the new brakes. So as of right now, Laura, you know what? I also want to check. Her braking is at 12. Falco's is at 14. So she needs help with the braking. However, the brakes might be able to actually benefit him a little bit more. So let's do this. Let's give him the better brakes. She is still content. He's still angry. Let's see, 7 and 11. 7 and 11. So the brakes don't really do anything for him. Interesting. That is a little interesting. I'm a little shocked. I would have thought his rating would have went up with the brakes. I mean, they're a whole 51 points better than the old ones. So I definitely would have thought that would have made him a little bit happier. But you know what? Whatever. Falco, Laura, both of you have decent brakes. Falco's got the better ones just because she's got better everything else. Let's go ahead. We're going to give her the better engine. And then we're going to give him the second best engine, right? Still 7 and 11 over there. Interesting. Okay, well. And this engine over here, 245, it's pretty close to this one. But the 263 is clearly better. We're going to give Falco the 263. Laura's going to have the better engine. Again, front wing, rear wing, doesn't really matter. She's got the better gearbox. And she's also got the better suspension. So overall, her car is definitely better. However, he does have the better brakes, just because he's already better at braking. So we're going to give him that little extra advantage there. Let's go ahead and continue on. And let's go into the practice session. Alright, so here we are, Milan. I don't know if it's the Milan Grand Prix, but we are in Milan, Italy, obviously. Nice and sunny day. Let's check it out. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, nice dry weather in the forecast. Laura, Falco, bam. Let's go ahead and change their setup just the way that we're gonna need it, which I should probably keep track of how we have all this stuff set up, just because it is the same every single year. But you know what? Oh well, whatever. That's too much work. Ingledew, looking good. Let's give her the mediums again. I just like, for some reason, it seems like our drivers are better on the mediums, and I like the added fact that they go a lot farther. It says it's only a 4-lap difference, but I find that the mediums usually last me more than 4 laps longer than the soft tires. Let's see what we've got over here for Falco. Let's adjust him a little bit. Handling over there. Speed balance, let's move it more towards top speed. And tire choice, we're going to give him the mediums as well. And then let's go. Let's do it. Take him to practice. Send Falco out first, just because. And let's go ahead and send Laura out. I'm so glad that we got Laura. She's just such a good driver. I'm surprised we got her. Although it does, the fact that we said something nice about her in one of the interview sessions we did last year, obviously was a very good idea, because then that opened the window to her wanting to interview with us, or at least kind of give us a shot at, offering her a contract, which clearly we did, and it worked out for us. We gave her a ton of money too, but, she's worth it so far. So far she's worth it. So we're at 76% optimum balance. Downforce, we're okay. Let's go ahead and move that just a little bit. Then the handling is going to have to see a pretty drastic change. Let's do something like that. And then the speed balance was great, so I don't want to move it too much. We're just going to see if maybe that's the correct direction there. Tire choice, everything is going to stay the same. Let's go ahead and send you out. Laura is in here. She's going to need a little bit more work than Falco needed. She's at 54% right now. Her downforce definitely needs some adjusting. Let's go ahead and do something like that. Handling as well is going to need a little bit of adjusting. We'll do something right there. And then the speed balance is going to have to see a pretty big swing. We'll send these guys out one more lap each. And then we'll probably just do the one more tuning session after this for both of them. And then again, let them finish out the rest of the practice session. And then we'll see what kind of time they get off of that. Laura does have the brand new engine too, which is all the way in the 300s. I want to say it was around 350, so definitely a better engine than she had last time. Oh, look at that. Falco is looking solid. He's going to be in the 90s, high 90s too, probably. 98%, not bad at all. Look at that. Downforce, beautiful. Speed balance, beautiful. The handling can use a little bit of adjusting. Let's try something like that. And we'll see if that is enough to get us where we need to be for excellent right there. And then let's go ahead and just send you out the rest of the time. We'll do the 6 laps. Continue. Medium tires, we're going to keep you the same there. And then Falco can go ahead and just finish out the rest of the practice time. Now, Laura definitely improved. She went from a 54 all the way up to an 89. However, she's not excellent on anything, which is something that we definitely want to change. Now, let's see this setup here. Let's move the downforce a little bit further. The handling as well, I think we're gonna want to move just a smidge. I'm thinking we want to go, yeah, we definitely want to go to the left. So we'll do, we'll do something like that. Speed balance, we went from very poor to okay. So I'm thinking let's go ahead and just adjust that even further, more towards top speed. And then I want to kind of bring the handling back just a little bit. So we'll try that out. And we'll tell him to do the 6 stints. And let's go, let's do it. You know what, I'm thinking we'll probably want to do one more. Just one more. They are both very, very good. However, let's go ahead and just bring them in real quick, just to be safe. I know Laura's already at 98%, but we did adjust a little bit. Let's make sure that we adjusted it the correct way. And then, I'm sorry, I think Falco is the 98%, and then Laura needs a little bit more work. But, you know what, like I said, better safe than sorry. Look at that. Falco's got 3 excellence. He's going to be at 99%. That's freaking awesome. Hell yeah. We are more than okay with that. Let's go ahead, give him the 6 laps. We'll keep him on the mediums. We'll give him the knowledge on the mediums there. Send him out for that. And then definitely got better for Laura. Went from a 89 to a 91, so it did get better. Great, excellent, and good. So it looks like we went... Maybe did we go in the wrong direction with the downforce? Maybe. The handling's definitely better though. Okay, great. Let's go a little bit further with the downforce. And then the speed, let's see, we're okay and we're good now. So we definitely want to move it more in that direction. So let's do a little bit more of that. Bam, bam. Handling, we kind of want to bring back though. And then the downforce, we're going to keep that the same. We're going to do the 6 laps, and we're going to give her the mediums as well. And they will both finish out the rest of the practice session on their setup that they have going on right now. Let's go to attack and overtake for both of these guys, and that'll just kind of give us a better idea of their practice time when they're going all the way out. Now clearly both of these guys, neither one of them have ran an official practice lap yet, because they've been on either the out lap or the in lap both times. So right now, after this one lap, they should be able to show us some sort of qualification. Look at that, Laura's just freaking passing people up. Absolutely beautiful. I fully expect Laura to have like a top 3 time after this. And Laura's actually complaining, saying she wants something switched back to the way it was, which, you know what, we can do that. It's just going to have to wait till the end of the practice session. Falco's currently in 6th, Laura is 5th. Okay, a little disappointing there. Let's go ahead and move their strategy on the tires back down in neutral, just because they are getting a little too toasty. Hopefully they'll be able to improve on that. 5th and 7th position. I'd like for them to get into the top 3, at least one of them, to get up there into, with Sabato, Gomes, and Gerard, who are right now in the top 3. I want to go ahead and unseat one of those guys. Come on, Laura. 5th place, not going to cut it. Not gonna cut it. You got 47 seconds, come on. Nope, still 5th. Still 5th. 5th and 7th, that's what we're gonna finish at. Not bad, not bad. Can we get a little bit more setup knowledge for Laura? I don't think we will. Falco got into the high. Laura is only in the medium, so that's a little, oh well. Would have been nice to get her a little bit higher, but nothing we can do about that. 5th and 7th is just what we're going to have to settle with. And I think Laura's not going to really have that high of a setup. Probably somewhere in the low 90s. However, Falco should be, he's excellent, right? He's 99. We're not going to change anything with him. Here we are, race day. It's looking a little cloudy, so it might rain. Actually, I wouldn't be shocked to see a little bit of rain in this race. Well, let's check out the weather forecast. It's definitely going to be cooler than practice, but I don't see any rain in the forecast. However, let's go ahead and set these guys for their trim, their medium tires and race trim. And car setup. Let's see what we have over here. So she definitely went down. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to use this 91 setup. What went wrong? We stayed, you know what? Looks like we moved it in the wrong direction on the speed balance. We were good here, and then it went to poor. So I'm thinking we're going to move the speed balance further to the left. And then we should be good there. That should hopefully move up to great. And then the downforce we want to bring kind of back. Let's see. Downforce is great. Handling is going to be excellent. And yeah, we're going to be good there. We're not going to change too much over here. We're going to go with the medium tires, just so she can do a few more extra laps. And then that's only going to be 9 laps, huh? These are going to be able to go 15. These are going to be able to go 11. Ooh. She's only going to have 9 laps worth of fuel, so she's going to have to pit after 9 anyways. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's start off on the softs. No, we're going to stick with the mediums. We're going to do the 9 laps, and let's see what we can do with that. Now, let's see his setup. He's going to do the 99, which is absolutely what we want to do. And then I think with Falco here, man, let's you know what? Let's have him run on the softs just so that they don't pit around the same time. And he'll do the full 9, and then we're going to keep everything the same here just because we don't want to really wear out anything too quickly. That being said, it is time to start race 3 of the season. Hopefully these guys, you know, as we can see, they're starting pretty far back, 15th and 17th. Hopefully they'll be able to kind of get up to the front of the pack. Let's kind of set their tires a little bit warmer, just so that they warm up a little bit faster. Laura, yeah, you know what, her car's definitely looking a lot faster. I really love the fact that she has that new engine. 17th and 20th. Not a good start. Let's go ahead and actually bump up the tires for both of these guys. We're going to keep the strategy right where it is, just because our parts still aren't all that optimal for, you know, reliability and all that stuff. No overtaking in Sector 2. We had some sort of a yellow flag there. 16th and 19th for Laura and Falco. So Falco's disappointing right now. I'm thinking we're probably going to want to switch him over to the mediums sooner rather than later. Laura's already running the mediums. She's 15th, so she's right where she started. No, actually, I'm sorry. She started 17th, so she's moved up 2 spots to 15th. Her tires are looking okay. So, 6.5 laps worth of fuel left for Laura. And we can go ahead and we can lower their tire strategy down. They're nice and toasty right now, right where we want them to be. Falco's definitely going to have to pit a little bit sooner. We're going to want to switch him over to those medium tires for sure. I just don't like the way our drivers run on these on those soft tires. Laura is still 15th. Falco is still 17th. Top 5 drivers are all running on the softs, so they're going to have to pit here a little bit sooner than Laura will, so she'll be able to do 1 or 2 more laps. Laura looks like she's getting in position to do a little bit of passing, which she does. She's now in 14th. Falco also passed. He's 16th. Still a lot of room to improve, though, for both of our drivers. Nowhere near their regular position, you know, for the season. 14th and 15th, so NoSlack Racing is running back-to-back, 14th and 15th. We're going to want to have Falco pit here relatively soon. Preferably 1 lap before Laura, just because he's running those softs. They're going to run out a little bit faster than Laura's are. Primarily, I'm more worried about the fuel. They're right at 3 laps each for remaining fuel. Still 14th and 15th. Laura's engine is definitely allowing her to catch up and kind of pass up people faster than before, which is excellent to see. She's in position. Come on. Oh, she just got kind of blocked. But you know what? Okay, come on, Laura. Beautiful. 12th and 13th. So Falco passed up 2 people, one of which was Laura. And then I'm thinking we want to schedule Falco for a pit. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll schedule We'll schedule Falco for a pit. We'll give him the mediums. We'll give him the full 9 laps worth of fuel. Let's check out his part condition. He is looking okay. The engine, you know, maybe a little bit more concerned about that than any other part, but he should be fine there. Let's go ahead and schedule that. Then once he pits, we can go ahead and schedule Laura for the next one. Falco's now in 10th. Laura is still in 12th. She might do a little bit of passing of her own. She did, so they're now 10th and 11th. Falco, however, needed to pit. Now, Laura is in 1st, which is excellent because she's using those medium tires. Let's go ahead and schedule her pit just because she only has 1 lap of fuel left. We're going to keep her on the mediums. We're going to give her the full 9 laps worth of fuel. Let's check out her parts. Her parts are looking fine right now. Let's go ahead and schedule that and continue on. So Laura is in 1st, and she's actually losing ground on Dembele, who's only 4 seconds behind her. Laura's going to pit right now. She's going to give up her 1st place, which is fine. She went in 1st, and she's going out, looks like 11th, 13th now. Okay, so both of our drivers, look at that, back-to-back. 12th and 11th, 12th, they're kind of fighting for position themselves. They're right there. Guys, relax. You guys are teammates. Don't crash into each other. Alright, so Laura won that battle. Laura's 11th. Falco is 14th now. They both have pretty fresh tires. Tires are right there in the optimal temperature that we want. Laura's got 8 laps worth of fuel left. Falco has 7. And we should be good. Let's just watch this race and enjoy. Looks like the top 2 drivers are going to have to pit here in the next probably 2 or 3 laps. Actually, well, they probably have a few more laps left in them, but they are definitely going to have to pit sooner than our 2 drivers, just because they're running on those soft. Dreyfus crashed, and you know what? Looks like Allo, who's actually the #1 driver right now, is in 16th place, which is actually excellent for us. Means we have a good opportunity to pass up. Now, who was the other driver for Silver Racing? Was it Della Vaina? I'm thinking, or was it Cavalcanti? Either way, 6th and 12th for those 2. So if we can get up there into the 4th or 5th, then we have a definitely good chance of passing Silver Racing up for top spot. Although I would like a podium finish for at least one of our drivers and a top 10 finish for the other. Laura is still in 11th. Falco is still in 13th. tires are looking fine temperature-wise and wear-wise. Falco's going to have to pit here in about 3 laps. Laura in 4. Top 6 drivers are all pitting. So we should definitely be able to do a little bit catching up here. Laura is now in 4th. Falco's in 5th, which is excellent. Beautiful, beautiful. They're both going to have to pit. You know what? I think I'm going to have Laura pit right now. Oh, man, this is... we only have 5 laps left. She does not have enough fuel. Ah, man. Interesting, interesting. I wish it would tell us how many laps she has left on her tires. You know what? Let's go ahead and have Falco pit. He's in 4th. We're going to have him pit. We're going to give him a new set. He has 6 to 8 laps worth left on his tires, and there's 6 laps left in the race. So I think maybe we should just keep that the way it is and just give him some extra fuel. That's going to cost us 6 seconds plus whatever he's going to be in pit lane. If we do the tires, it's going to go from 6 to 9, which, you know what, that should be fine. It's only 3 seconds. Let's go ahead. We're going to take that chance. We're going to do the tire change and the fuel change. Let's check out the weather forecast real quick. No rain in the forecast. Oh, man, this is going to be, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. Let's do, you know what, let's do the softs. I know he's got the bonus for the mediums, though. You know what, we're going to do the mediums. We're going to do the fuel. We're going to be good. We're going to be fine. Parts are looking fine. He should be able to make it the rest of the race. So we'll do that. We'll have Falco pit here on this next go around, and then let's go ahead and follow Laura, who's currently in 3rd. She's gonna have to pit. Oh, his pit stop. Something went wrong. He was in there for 31 seconds. Dropped down to 10th. Laura, we're gonna have to have you pit. You just don't have enough fuel. Now you do have 5 to 7 laps left on your tires. I think we're gonna keep that. We're going to give you the 5.43 laps worth of fuel. Let's check out your parts real quick. Your parts, might have a little issue here with the brakes. Hopefully not, though. Let's go ahead and do the balanced pit stop, and let's see what we've got going on over there. Laura is in 3rd, so we definitely want to see what happens with her on this pit stop. She's without a doubt going to fall back, at least like 6 or 7 spots. Come on, Laura. 7th, 8th, 9th. Oh, come on, Laura. Go, 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 go. Okay, so she went in 3rd. She went out 9th, which is not good. Our drivers are now 9th and 10th. And I'm thinking we're going to want to lower her driving style because she's only 42% on her tires. We're good here on Falco. As a matter of fact, with Falco, we might be able to... Let's check out his park condition. Oh, we might be able to put both of them on the overtake engine mode. But we're going to wait probably another lap before we go ahead and do that. Now we are 9th and 10th total. There are 2 laps left in the race. Oh boy. Okay, so they're not going to finish in 4th or above. Unless for some reason the top 4 drivers, top 5 drivers all have to pit, which they're definitely not going to have to do that. 9th and 10th. Final lap. Let's go ahead and just do push. Let's go ahead and push both of these guys. And, okay, final lap. Come on, guys. You guys got this. 9th and 10th. Can we get a little bit better? A little bit better? At least maintain 9th and 10th. I think that's probably the best that we can ask for right now. I don't think they're going to be able to catch up to 7th and 8th. But 9th and 10th, you know, let's just go ahead and go for that. And there it is. 9th and 10th place finish. Aloe, who is the #1 driver right now, did finish 11th, so we did get a little bit of an advantage on him or her. I believe it was actually a her. A little bit disappointed there. A little bit of mismanagement on my part as far as how many laps were left. But nothing we could have really done because we would have had to have pit the second time anyway for the fuel. Regardless of what we did with tires and all of that, I'm thinking we probably should have just pit a little bit sooner. That is absolutely my fault, but you know what? That's just another thing that I learned on. Cars are getting scrutineered. Nothing to find there. Nobody got penalized either, which is a little unfortunate. Would have been nice to have somebody lose their position. So Allo here finished 11th, and Cavalcanti actually finished 14th from Silva. So Silva, we definitely passed up Silva on the team standings. It's just a matter of, did we do enough to maintain our position? Which the Drivers' Championship standings, Laura is in 4th, Falco is in 8th. So she actually moved up, I want to say 2 spots. I believe that's correct. Let's go to team standings. We are still in 2nd. We are now 7 points behind Eastwood Motorsport, and we're 3 points ahead of Garuda Racing. So, you know what, a little bit of a disappointing race there, given the fact how our first 2 races actually finished. But you know what, it's still better than last season. We're in a good spot. We're 2nd overall, and hopefully next episode we'll be able to catch up to 1st. Okay, so here we are in the post-race team report, and for some reason, both of our drivers went up plus 4 percent points overall. But for some reason, Laura here went down 999% on her fitness. She was right around 16. She's now at an 8. I'm curious as to why the driving position can't be helping. Time remaining 8 weeks. Oh, she's got a dodgy neck. Oh man, looks like that's going to affect her for the next race. Hopefully it'll only be the next race. It's an 8-week type thing. Hopefully the next, hopefully 2 races from now is further than 8 weeks away. Now, we do have a new unlock here. Light-footed, soft tires, level 1. Soft tires wear more slowly for Falco, which is nice. Not quite sure how much we're going to use that, but it is nice to have. Negative $2 million from our balance because of our place in the race. So yeah, these drivers, they're costing us a lot of money. Pretty much negative 1.5 million every single freaking race. Oh, that's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. We might want to actually lower the 700,000 that's being taken out every single race for next year's car. I'm not sure if we can continue to afford paying that. Sponsors, we're getting 650,000. We're not going to have any new sponsors here for a few races. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit just to see what our sponsor situation is right now. We have 1 race left here, but then our next sponsorship doesn't need to be refreshed for 3 races from here. So it's going to be a while before we get some good cash. I mean, we might be able to get a nice 4-star bonus here. Not quite sure how much upfront cash that's going to give us or how much cash that's going to give us throughout the rest of the season. But you know what? We're definitely going to be low on cash here in the foreseeable future and heading towards the end of the season. That being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out all the links in the description. Patreon is the primary one I would love for you guys to check out. If you guys can donate to the channel, I would absolutely appreciate it. You guys would have to watch like 1,000 videos to donate $1 through YouTube. So if you guys can just donate $1 through Patreon or anything like that, that would be huge. You know, if 500 people donated $1, that would come very close to me being able to actually do YouTube full time. So, you know what? If you guys can, go ahead and check that out. There's definitely some advantages to you guys doing that. If not, I completely understand. No pressure whatsoever. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all the series that we're doing. The City Skylines, the Motorsport Manager, the Sim Airport, all that fun stuff. There is going to be a new game coming out here in the next few weeks, Airport CEO. I will be playing that as soon as I can. I'm sure a lot of you guys will enjoy that. So hopefully I'll see you guys on another video. Until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.